All right, we're here with Robin Lord Taylor.
Hey, what's
so
up?
excited from Fox's Gotham.
Yes.
We got a new episode airing tonight.
Yes, yes.
First of all, congratulations on your renewal.
Thanks so much, man.
That's huge. Can you tell us how you found out and what your reaction was?
I found out from Twitter. Like I woke up, in my hotel room and reached for the phone like you do, and then pulled it up, and I was like, "Good morning." Yeah, it was just amazing. It was like coffee. Like I was awake. I was ready to go.
That's pretty exciting. Do you know anything about your role next season?
I don't actually. I mean, it's funny. Like everyone's like, even like I went up to the executive producer Danny Cannon, one of the also head creatives on the show, and and they're very, very nice, and they're always like, and he came up and he was like, if you have any questions about or ideas where you want the character to go, feel free to, ask me. He was like, do you have any questions or anything? And I was like, yeah, am I in it? And he's like, such a funny jerk. He laughed, and then he was like, yeah, I'll have to get back to you on that. And I was like,
so you didn't even get a yes on that. Oh,
yeah,
man.
right. I know. It's like, you never know. I mean, they could just dump me in Arkham Asylum, and that would be that. But whatever. It's all good.
I never thought about that. So like, you kind of don't have to worry about your character getting killed off, but there's a chance they could just shelf you.
Exactly. You never know. It's Gotham City. Anything goes. Yeah.
So let's talk about what's happening this season. You didn't have a huge part in the last episode, but you had a pretty critical moment where you kind of embraced the name Penguin.
Right.
Can you tell us about that a little bit?
I mean, yeah, it's like, it's funny. It's like, I think that was his first sort of like, coming out to the world as Penguin. And like, it was obviously a big moment for him. But really, it's funny. Like, I think, when I think about the character, I think that was established for him personally in the pilot episode when at the very end, right after Jim Gordon spares his life, he crawls out of the water and then murders the poor fisherman and takes his sandwich and looks at Gotham City. And for me, that like internally was when he was like sort of embracing like the name and this, the fact that it was something that, was used against him for so long. It was almost like he was like reclaiming it and claiming that power and like, just
So as an actor taking the role, you felt like Penguin all along since the first episode.
That was the moment where like it suddenly became, so much less of a slur to him and more like, okay, well, if you're going to call me this, I'm going to be the, if you're going to treat me like, garbage, then I'm going to show you, you know what I mean? And just his ambition, I think, just launched right from that moment on, yeah.
Can you tell us about your next episode, What the Little Bird Told Us, right? Or Birdie told us. So, I mean, that could be you, it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, we found, as we go along, we've seen Penguin, pulling strings left and right, playing one crime family against another. We found out that he's ultimately working for Don Falcone, but at the same time, he's been aligned with Don Maroney, for the majority of the series up to this point. And then now we start to see, him torn between both of the families. Like he's like trying to like cover both of his bases, and yet also, cover himself, and he knows he has dirt on Fish Mooney, and this is where he uses it and really makes a big move.
So is this something that's going to play out through the season, or is this kind of like a shorter arc that's like starting tonight?
I think this plays out through the whole season because you'll see Fish Mooney finally get called out for her bad behavior by Don Falcone, and it's because of Penguin informing on her, and but you can never count Fish Mooney out. She's tough, and people have asked me, like, who does Penguin view as his main adversary, and there's a million of them. I mean, I'm not a million, but there's so many of them. I mean, it's Don Maroney. Ultimately, Don Falcone. Like, if Penguin wants to become the person that he wants to become, which is the man in charge, Don Falcone is in the way of that. But, fundamentally, it is and will always be Fish Mooney. Like, that is his main adversary because he knows her so well. He learned everything about this world from her. And he knows that she will stop at nothing, until she's gone. Like, she will stop at nothing to get back at him.